Have you ever wondered why so many people try trading, but only a tiny fraction actually succeed? It's a shocking statistic, but it's true. Around 90% of traders end up losing money. Now, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You probably think it's because they have a bad strategy, right? They didn't find the right indicators, they didn't master the charts, or they just didn't have the secret formula. But what if I told you that's not the real reason? The truth, the one that most people don't want to hear, is that trading is 90% psychology and only 10% strategy. You could have the most profitable trading system in the world, but if your mind isn't right, you're still going to fail. Today, we're going to dive deep into the 5 psychological traps that are silently draining your trading account and keeping you from becoming consistently profitable. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's holding you back, and you'll have a clear path to fix it. Let's start with the biggest account killer of them all, greed. Greed is like a poison in the world of trading. It whispers in your ear after a big win, telling you to go bigger, risk more, and double down. It makes you feel invincible. You just had a great trade, so you immediately jump into another one without any real setup, just hoping to catch another wave of profits. This is called overtrading. Greed also makes you risk way too much capital on a single trade. Instead of sticking to your risk management plan, you decide to risk 10% or even 20% of your account because you're so sure this trade is the one. And what happens when it goes against you? A catastrophic loss. Greed makes you chase the market, entering trades late, long after the ideal entry point has passed, simply because you have a fear of missing out on the profit. It's a destructive cycle, and it's the fastest way to blow up your account. Now let's talk about the other side of the coin, fear. If greed is the poison that makes you reckless, fear is the paralysis that stops you from acting. How many times have you been in a profitable trade, only to close it out for a tiny gain because you were scared the market would reverse and take your profits away? Then you watch in frustration as the price continues to move exactly where you predicted it would go. That's fear cutting your winners short. Fear also causes hesitation. You see a perfect setup. Your strategy is giving you all the right signals, but you freeze. You second-guess yourself. You wait for more and more confirmation, and by the time you finally build up the courage to enter, the opportunity is gone. A fearful trader can never truly trust their system. Even with a winning plan, fear will always make you doubt it, causing you to deviate and ultimately fail. This leads us directly to our third point, a complete lack of discipline. Think about it. In trading, you are your own boss. There's no one looking over your shoulder to make sure you're doing the right thing. You create the rules, you set the plan, but if you can't even follow your own rules, how can you expect to succeed? The market is a ruthless environment, and it will punish indiscipline without mercy. You might tell yourself you'll only risk 1% per trade, but then you break that rule. You tell yourself you won't trade out of boredom, but then you start clicking buttons anyway. This is where most traders fail. The most consistently profitable traders in the world don't necessarily have the most complex or secret strategies. What they have is unshakable discipline. They follow their plan every single day, whether they're winning or losing. They treat their trading like a business, not a casino, and that discipline is their true edge. Next up is a huge one, the inability to accept a loss. Let me be perfectly clear, losses are a part of trading. They are not just possible, they are guaranteed. Even the best traders in the world have losing trades. The difference between a professional and an amateur isn't that professionals don't lose. It's how they lose. An amateur trader enters a trade and it starts to go against them. But instead of accepting the small, planned loss, their ego gets in the way. They refuse to be wrong. They hold on, hoping the market will turn around. That small loss then snowballs into a massive, account-crippling loss. They might even average down, throwing more money at a losing position. A professional, on the other hand, understands that a loss is just the cost of doing business. They cut it quickly, without emotion, and move on to the next opportunity. You have to learn to lose small, or you will eventually lose it all. Finally, we have the fifth psychological trap, a complete lack of patience. We live in a world of instant gratification, and we bring that mindset into the markets. Most new traders want to get rich quick. They expect to make huge returns every single day. But the market doesn't work that way. The market rewards patience. Patience to wait for the high probability setup to come to you, instead of forcing trades that aren't there. Patience to let your winning trades run to their full potential, instead of cutting them short out of fear. And patience to grow your account slowly and steadily over time, instead of swinging for the fences on every single trade. Impatience is the root of most emotional decisions in trading. When you're impatient, you're more likely to be greedy, fearful, and undisciplined. Remember, trading is a marathon, not a sprint. The patient trader will always outperform the impatient one in the long run. So, as you can see, your success or failure in trading has very little to do with the indicators on your chart and everything to do with the 6 inches between your ears. Greed, fear, indiscipline, refusing to accept losses, and impatience are the real enemies. If you can identify which of these are affecting you and actively work to conquer them, your trading results will transform, fix your psychology, and you will fix your trading. It's that simple, but it's not easy. It requires self-awareness and hard work. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to learn more about developing a winning trader's mindset, make sure you subscribe to WealthFlow Trading. We post new videos every week designed to help you master the mental game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.